Good evening, SRA Nation, and welcome to Season 12.
Today is going to be a new challenge, aside from being Sanford. We're racing on the surface of the sun, apparently.
Heading down towards the main start line.
Maximizing that track just behind. That's exactly what we were talking about. That one corner. So critical to your lap time. You have to send it. This is the apex curving there by a little bit.
Everybody's now bunched up, and you do not want that.
We wide now at the end of Sector 1 in the spot you really don't want to, but the fight's not over.
Still there on the inside, and the McLaren's still not going to give the place up.
And we're off and away for SRA. That's right, good evening SRA Nation, and welcome to Round 6 of Division 6, Season 13. We're here at the most legendary circuit in Australia, Mount Panorama in Bathurst in New South Wales. My name's Jay Queasy, and joining me tonight is D6 veteran Marlon Abubo. Marlon, Bathurst never disappoints. This track is an absolute monster, and tonight's race could be a championship decider for some. What do you think coming into it? Yeah, it's a bit evil, I think, of the admins and the league organisers to put a race such as, or a track such as Bathurst right at the the business end of the league. But you know, yeah, exactly. Going into two incredibly difficult circuits and starting off with an absolute whopper. You know, we had last weekend, we had the Mount Panorama 12-hour or the Bathurst 12-hour. With GT3 cars showing us all how it's done. And this weekend, or this week, we get the opportunity to try and replicate it. So, without further ado, let's move on to the track map and take a look at what exactly our drivers are going to be battling today. So, for those unfamiliar, Bathurst is a 6.2 kilometre or a 3.8 freedom mile circuit with 23 corners and insane elevation changes. Over 174 metres from the lowest to the highest point, drivers have to be committed across the corners such as Skyline, the S's and the Dipper, while the Conrod Straight is the fastest part of the track and perfect for some slipstream battles tonight. The margin for error is razor thin. One mistake and your race could be over. It's why Bathurst, which is a street track by the way, is known as the great equalizer in endurance racing. Marlon, you didn't race yesterday, but you know a fair bit about Mount Panorama. So, you know, did you do any practice? Did you do any warming up or anything like that in anticipation for this week? Did you get some time on the track at all? It is what it is. And I raced yesterday as well. I managed to pick up one of my best results for the season. So Mount Panorama safely goes up there as one of my favourite tracks of the season, of the calendar, of the game. The only thing I'll say is damage is a factor. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut across and take a drone flight around Mount Panorama and see exactly what our drivers have lined up for them. And before we jump into that, we're just going to fix something on our stream. So bear with us just a couple of minutes. All right, and back to it with the track overview. Right, sorry, apparently we couldn't hear Marlon before, so welcome again, Marlon. Why don't you take us through Mount Panorama and the flyover?
Sorry,
Let's go. All right, Mount Panorama. Here's the flyover. And we go straight into it. Straight up then into turn one. Marlon, talk us through turn one. What's the break point? What's happening as drivers are approaching up into turn one?
Turn one is very important as it... Sorry about that. Yeah, turn one is very important. Hell's Corner as is a very good setup into the Mountain Straight. Mountain Straight and the Griffin's Band will really set you up for overtaking potential there. Pretty much anywhere in the straights is going to have major implications for how you're going to overtake in the race. Anything in the mountain is pretty rough overtakes. If it's not going to be impossible to overtake on the mountains, but again, the risk is not worth the reward. You might get a penalty. You might end your race early, which is not something you want, especially when this championship battle is so close.
Here we go into Griffin's Bend. I'm sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, into Griffin's Bend. Griffin's Band and Mountain Straight. Again, the setup from Hell's Corner into Mountain Straight. The more speed you carry into Mountain Straight, the faster you can get into Griffin's Band, and then straight into the mountain, which will head into the cutting and then Reed Park. And a lot of the mountain is a lot of setting up for each corner. And one mess up, again, you're going to be really close to the walls. One mess up, you're going to end your race early. And again, overtaking potential is just not worth the reward or the risk.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it was so close. I had to do a quick dodge exactly here at McPhillamy Park for somebody who'd gone off ahead of me, and it was tight. So definitely not. If both drivers are racing hard, that is not the place you want to overtake.
I'd say once we've hit Forest Elbow, the setup into the Conrad Straight and the Chase, we have a lot more overtaking potential. Just like the Mountain Straight, the more speed you carry out of Forest Elbow, the higher chance you have at overtaking someone into the Conrad, and then solidifying that position throughout the Chase. And then once you hit Murray's Corner in the main straight, you're back at Hell's Corner. If you're not pitting this race, then you have some overtake potential there. But of course, the main areas we'll probably be seeing overtakes is through the straights. And then Griffin's Band and the Chase is where we'll see a lot of solidification or a lot of incidents. Who knows?
Well, this is Forest Elbow. I just could not get it sorted on Forest Elbow yesterday. Looks fairly simple, but it is tricky with the elevation changes. So get on the power as soon as possible. Make sure you maximize your speed going out of it. And as you said, onto the Conrad Straight. So
I'll say it's Conrad or Conrad?
Conrad.
My bad.
One of the two. I don't know. One of us is right. But interestingly enough, Marlon, did you know that this is one of the deadliest straights in motorsport? So much so that as they're going up over this elevation change, they had to change it because you can see originally it just went straight on. So in I think it was in the 80s, they introduced the Chase, which is a tight chicane braking at roughly the 125 meter mark around here, getting yourself ready. And this presents itself as another hot point for overtakes as we go through it on the drone. And then rounding it all off, going under the liquimoly, boarding, I don't know. Boarding and to Murray's Corner to finish it all off. And Murray's Corner was a hot spot again in the real racing at the weekend. We'll see if it's just so today as well. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is, as we get a nice panoramic drone shot, is we're going to go ahead and go into our sponsors ad read. We want to say again, thank you to all of our sponsors who make everything possible here at SRA. And we hope we do you guys proud, even if you can't hear Marlon for the majority of the stream. So let's go ahead and go into the sponsors ad read. And when we get back, we'll do the driver's standings. A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more. Alright guys, welcome back. So the drivers are all lining up, taking as much advantage as they can as the free practice, and while they do that, let's take a quick look and roll through where we're at after 5 races so far, so into the 6th race today. And so with just 2 rounds left, every point, well 3 technically, sorry, every point in the fight for the Division 6 title counts. Basically every point matters. And looking at the gold championship standings after 5 rounds, we've got Matt Moon in the Porsche 992 and he's on 321 points. Just behind him we've got Julian Au in 312 points. We've got Fernando Couture in 3rd place in 296 points. Cameron Beeson in the Ford Mustang GT3 with 282 points, and Anthony Lombardo in 5th place with 281 points. Now, that might look a bit different at the end of the race, but Matt Moon is basically leaning by only 9 points over Julian Au. So, it's all down to this race tonight to see who is going to stay top of the table at the end of these 2 rounds. And in terms of the team standings, let's go ahead and take a look at those. And so in the team standings, we've got Top Gun Pigeon X Racing with 532 points with Cleveland Leatherwood and Matt Moon. In 2nd place, Visual Sim Sport with the McLaren 720 GT3 Evo with 494 points. That's Anthony Lombardo and Brad Sharland. In 3rd place, Fast and Ferrariist Plan E. That's Mark Allen and Cesar Pizzuto with 485 points. Cousin Eddie's RV Maintenance Racing Team in 4th place with 438 points, and WRT Noobs R Us McLaren with 376 points. So Top Gun Pigeon X Racing has a 38-point lead, but Visual Sim Sport and Fast and Ferrariist aren't far behind at all. If either of those teams get a strong result tonight, we could see the title go all the way to the final round, which is exactly what we want. And a quick recap. In round 1 in Suzuka, we had Luke Oosthausen, who's newly promoted into D5, who took the win. In round 2, Watkins Glen, we had Anthony Lombardo win after leading every lap. In round 3 in Misano, Ryan Clark stormed to victory, leading 28 out of the 37 laps. In round 4 in the Nürburgring, which was our wet race, Chaos in the Rain, Mac Morgan took the win. In round 5, Zolder, Julian Au took a win, leading 36 of 39 laps. So in terms of victories, we haven't had, I don't think, looking at that, a repeat win. So this could be Julian Au's time to set that difference for this season. And Marlon, who do you think are the key drivers to look out for tonight?
Definitely, I noticed 2 key drivers instantly. We have, first off, Matt Moon, obviously championship leader, but also team championship leader as well. we need to see a lot of consistency through this drive. One mistake's gonna cost them not just that top spot in the drivers drivers championship, but also could cost them the top spot in the team championship as well, if Cleveland Leatherwood is unable to perform this race. But another person that we've kind of pushed out of our radar since Zolder, Corey Cole,
That's true.
absolute
The comeback
absolute
king,
dark
some might
horse.
say. The comeback king,
Yeah.
Corey Cole.
starting from the pit in the Nürburgring and coming in top 5, he is an absolute dark horse here.
Yeah.
And as we see, first qualifying people are coming out, which is the silver drivers. We're going to see how these drives end up. Matt Moon needs to secure this drive for his team championship and his own driver's championship. But we can also see a lot of stuff from Corey Colt here. Maybe he can take his first podium, maybe a first win.
I'm hoping so. Matt Moon, it's just a classic example of keeping your car in the right place at the right time. And Matt Moon's just been there to collect all the points as we go through. So that's it, and that's a skill in itself. That is a skill in itself. And that's why he's at the top. Simple as that. I haven't managed to do it. So, I
haven't done it.
What it is. Yeah,
Got really close.
Exactly. So,
I will say how it's very impressive. Matt Moon, again, like we said, is one of the people we'll be looking out for. But he hasn't had a victory, and he's still in the top position right now.
It's crazy. I mean, fair play to him, fair play to him. And I'm just going to get a little car corner up there. That is good. And I think we are pretty much set at the moment. The camera seems to like going to Josh Parker at the moment. Let's go over to watch the man at the beginning, 923. About to set his first lap. That's Thomas Acosta. Now, Thomas was fast in the practice races and also in the practice midweek practice. So I'll be interested to see what he puts down in terms of a time here. So I think we might as well stick with him for a little while and just see how he goes along and how he deals with it all.
It was an absolute quick time. A 2:02.642 in the practice. Maybe he'll be taking pole position, but we'll never know.
We will know eventually.
Eventually. And as the silver driver, this would be massive, not only for his own standing in the server, but also like his standing in the championship as well.
Well, we've already got Mark Petty tuning in. Thanks, Mark. And he's in full Matt Moon support mode. Good on you. And then we've got Ryan Clark, fellow or former D6 driver, I should say, I believe, up to D5 now. And he says, Julian Owl, probably a winner here today, unless disaster strikes. So,
Mr. Mustang himself.
Mr. Mustang himself. Go Riley in silver and Beeson, my old teammate. You already said, well, you should be supporting Beeson then. Anyway.
I also do see Nixon Wong shouting out Zipperburn Senior, as always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeming to grow become a crowd favorite.
And that's a good point. Some of you may notice that I am not Cube Master. And unfortunately, Cube couldn't come in today. He's not feeling the best. So, Cube, we hope you feel better. We do miss you, as always. And we'll do our best to get the right commentary words in, especially during the replays. We'll try and simulate as best as we can your enthusiasm as we go through.
Trying not to blame him as much for this commentary.
I love it. He says, I'm Cube. Yeah, I know that. Right, so Riley Greer takes the top as the first drivers come through with a 2:04.9. Now, I will say, in the pre-race practice, the times were a lot lower than that. So I think Riley and all the other drivers are probably just finding their feet. It's difficult out there. The track, as you can see, is fast at the moment, so it's not optimum. Optimum will probably come for the gold drivers. And just to explain, if you've never watched our qualifying before here at SRA, the way it's worked is we split our drivers into two classifications. We have the gold drivers, the top 20 drivers in the division, and you can see their nameplates on the lap timing on the left there is in white. And then we have our silver drivers. Our silver drivers who are going out first. They spend the first 10 minutes of qualifying out and they put down their fastest lap. And that does often mean that the gold drivers have the opportunity to go out onto an optimum track. Some say it's fair, some say it's not. I just want to see the speed as Greer catches up with Rock.
There are not a lot of silver drivers today. It is a lot of gold drivers. So
silver
yeah,
turned
again,
up.
This
Silver
championship is going. Yeah, silver turned up. But again, this gold championship is going to be an absolute fight, as considering what track we're on tonight.
Look at Riley trying desperately. Now, the other rule in qualifying for SRA is you have to give the person in front of you the space. There's no overtaking in qualifying, so Greer just has to sit there, watch Rock warming up his tyres, ready for the next fast lap, and needs to slow down and ultimately give him a 3 to 5 second gap in order to get his qualifying stint complete as well. And considering there's only, what, 7 cars out on track at the moment on a 6 mile, or sorry, yes, did I say 6 kilometers track? You should be able to find a little bit of space, really.
Yeah, he really needs to build some space right now. It's not helping that he's chasing 217 really close, but now it looks like he is starting to build a little gap in front so that he can maybe get some clean air.
I hope so. And also a shout out to our first time listener, Nina. And Nina says that she's going to be supporting Julian Owl for this race. But it is her first race. There's no point in, there's no problem with picking a drive. Oh, as we have a spin from Liz Alicia in the 179, and that's going into the chase. As we said, that is a devastating corner. And let's take a quick look and see exactly what happened to Liz on the run up to the chase. So got somebody behind her. I think she was maybe... Oh, no, not moving out the way at all. Here comes Liz now into the chase. Misses the apex, carries way too much speed and onto the grass.
The chase is extremely weird for some people. You go from this really fast straight, and then all of a sudden you just have to brake so hard.
Exactly.
Getting the braking right, it's not hard for like normally, but it's just when the conditions like this are dark and it just really messes with you.
It's dark. It's challenging on a course of this elevation. It's so we should explain. It's currently around 4 a.m. as you can see on the top there of the of the screen. That's because the temperatures are about 16 degrees on the track and 16 degrees ambient, which gives us a bit more reasonable temperatures for qualifying. But the race will be starting at around 6 a.m. So. And don't worry, you don't have to wait. This is virtual racing after all. So it will be at the crack of dawn and sunrise. So we expect the temperatures to go up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
What was our dark race last season?
I think wasn't it Silverstone? Yeah. Ugh, that was awful. That was terrible. They're driving on ice blocks. Now I should say that Riley Greer at the moment, even though Sebastian Rock is on an improvement, Riley Greer is up 0.7 at the moment as he comes into the chase. Masterfully done it. Now I can say Riley was out practicing all week, and in fact we had 2 weeks. We had a 2-week break, of course, so he has put in a lot of laps. So I'm really hoping for Riley. He's certainly put in the effort, certainly put in the work, same as others, and there he goes, fastest there for his silver division, and that's a handy time, a 2:03.892.
I could not have at least top 10, but I noticed also we have 2 silver drivers in the pit, so it looks like their stints are going to be ending. It's going to be up to these 5 to finish out the rest of the silver qualifying, and then we'll have the gold drivers come out.
Exactly. So as soon as that 10-minute bell rings, that means the silver drivers have to finish up their laps and get out the way, which allows a chance for our our gold drivers to get out there and pretty much ply their trade. Show us what we've got. 26 cars, though, that have joined the race. So... compared to the likes of Division 3 yesterday, we had 40 cars, and I'm sure the other divisions were similar. It's a bit more of a free track, so hopefully that plays into their favour in the qualifying and in the race as well.
26 is still a lot.
26 is still a lot, 100%. But you know what? The thing about Mount Panorama is you can see these corners as Riley is trying to get as wide as possible in every single chance he gets.
Absolute push. That was a little scary.
Love it. But the key thing is here with Mount Panorama is anything could happen at any point. I had a driver in front of me, I won't name names, but who was ahead of me and crashed out on the very last lap, ruining the race and ruining his race in that position. So anything can happen. So even if you don't get the qualifying position you want, even if you don't have the opportunity to overtake too much or anything like that, and something might happen, maybe you touch the wall at the beginning of the race or whatever, Mount Panorama is a unique circuit. You stick in it, you keep going, because you don't know what might happen at the end of it. So I hope our drivers hear that. I hope they stick with it, because there's definitely points on the table.
And as you say that, look at Riley Greer up a second,
Look
and he's
at
going to
that.
hit a 202. That is a D2 time
That is
right
a
there.
D2 time, and let's see him
I
go
mean, D3,
across.
sorry about that.
Well, it's still good. A 202.8.
Yeah,
That's a
insanely good.
fantastic time. Opening up a 1.7 second gap on, although Thomas Acosta's coming through. Have you seen that delta? That's a 2.3 second gain at the moment. Let's see what Acosta's got to say about it as he comes through Murray Corner, the final corner onto the start-finish straight.
And as our goal drivers
Ooh.
do come out, oh, whoa.
Not bad at all. Goes into second.
I noticed a little incident happened just into the mountains, but
Okay.
seems fine. Someone is off at Hell's Corner.
No,
Looks
that's
like-
Acosta. That's Acosta. That's
Oh,
fine. He's
okay.
going back. He's he's getting out of the way.
It's weird, man. I don't have my dual monitors anymore.
Oh no! Don't have dual monitors. What is the world
Be
coming to?
proactive on this.
Yeah, right. So let's take a quick look as well. While we're doing that, let's take a quick look. Now, do we have any Division 6 qualifying bands? Because I noticed Jen hadn't actually set a time yet. So, or set a time at all. So let's take a quick look through penalties. And yeah, Josh Parker and Jen, though they both have a qualifying ban tonight. So that's why they're not going to be out.
Who knows?
But-
Maybe it might be a blessing in disguise.
I honestly, I mean, yesterday again, shout out to fellow broadcast manager Jess Osborne, who managed to go all the way up to 19th, I think it was, and that was with contact as well. So, you know, anything's in play for these guys tonight. Absolutely anything.
Costa absolutely pushing it already, hitting a 203. Still, we have Greer with a 202.832. This is going to be a really tough time to beat.
Yeah, it really is. And we'll notice the track is still fast. It hasn't actually matured into an optimum track yet. So this really is just a case of, hey, same track conditions, same weather, same temperatures. Who's got the better line? Who's got the more courage, I suppose, through the mountain pass here? As he comes through Solomon Park and into McPhillamy Park.
I can't say those names.
And down into Skyline, the all scary Skyline. Try and get as close to the grass as possible. That's a great line through there by Tristan Zamora. Diving now into the S's and the Dipper. Boris Elbow now as he comes out. Now this is going straight on to the Conrod Straight. It's Conrod. There we go. It's Conrod Straight.
Conrad.
Oh, we come off of this. Go back. We want to watch Tristan finish this off. Sound of that Audi, fantastic with that engine. Braking as he goes into the chase, hits the apex perfectly there. This is going to be a great lap from Tristan as he's coming through
So
down
one of
into
the-
Mary's corner.
One of the orange Audis actually returned to pits. I think he might have hit the wall.
Oh, do you have a number for me? What's the 435?
Um,
Let's take a look. After Tristan Zamora crosses the line, but can only manage second place, and that's still a heck of a gap for Riley Greer there.
my goodness, that is a monstrous time, honestly.
That's really good. And let's go through now and take a quick look at what happened for car number 256. Oh, this is Anthony Lombardo. I think we'll see. This wasn't the replay that I wanted, but let's see what happened to Anthony.
It's just good. It's just good to check up on him.
Oh, he just overshoots, reverses up. I'm not sure. Let's go take a look at the replay we wanted, which is 435 O'Leary in the Audi going into Skyline. What happens here?
Oh no.
Oh, touches the grass, and that is.
There we go.
Oh, but you know what? You know what?
Oh, he kept
Oh,
it. though.
oh,
never
no,
mind.
never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Now,
almost did.
it's
Almost
important to
did.
say.
Too much speed.
Exactly. It's important to say as well tonight, guys, the race director has given very specific instructions. Since we live in the world of virtual racing, all of our drivers have been instructed that if they do have an incident on the mountain, to basically return to pits. Don't try and fix something, as car 423 looks to have had an issue as well. 423 being Mac Morgan, fellow commentator, going through McPhillamy Park. Oh, going in and just too much speed, and he's out. Oof.
Yeah, I mean that's the setup into Skyline. Absolutely, that corner before it, you need to really get close to that wall.
You do.
You are not. If you're not pushing up on, or at least touching that wall
Now,
a little bit, then it's not going to end up well for you into Skyline. But
exactly. And here comes Zamora coming through Murray corner, up 0.7, which might be enough. Can he get any extra out? Ooh,
Zamora
0.2.
almost gets it. Yeah.
We've also got Trey
We're
Morgan.
still
on one.
holding.
Oh, Corey Cole. Let's take a look at Corey Cole. He's at 1.9, which won't be enough for first place, but it will be enough for a very handy position gain if he can keep it up all the way through.
1.9 could net him in top 5 here.
Exactly. And you know what Corey's like? He's like the Sergio Perez of SRA. You know, he can
Just not this season.
just not this season,
Just
but
not this season.
an
of
absolute
Sergio.
monster on the racetrack. As car 180 looks like they went off in the chase as well, so looking to wait for some spots for them to come back on. And as Corey comes around now, Murray's corner, still up 2 seconds now, and let's see, puts him into 5th. Great.
Top 5. Just behind Lombardo.
So where is Matt Moon? Because I know Mark Petty wants to see if Matt Moon can make himself get onto the top step at the moment. That's Mac Morgan, not Matt Moon. Let me find Matt Moon.
P7, he's down a sec.
Yeah,
down
not improving. Not improving at all. Although, having said that, you know who is improving? Tristan Zamora, currently setting a 0.4 gain, which would put him on P1. So it is all to play for.
Lombardo with a 0.2 gain here, but he's losing that time.
He is.
And
Now,
Team Morgan is pushing an 8/10 game. Wow.
this is all coming to fruition. And you know why? The track has gone optimum, ladies and gentlemen. The track has finally evolved. These guys getting about a 0.4 advantage, as Zamora is finding out, as he's currently up about 0.6 going through the chase now.
He is pushing a big time gain here.
As he comes into Murray corner. Oh, he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, he's got it. There we go.
Tristan Zamora with a 2:02.317 netting provisional pole, but that's not the end of
Looks
it.
like he's still gaining time too.
It is. It is. I don't think I see anybody on the board at the moment that looks to be challenging that. So it's a fantastic effort. Mike Cook. Let's go and take a look at Mike Cook. Oh, well, we came and joined Mike Cook at the wrong time there. It was up 0.8, I think, or 0.9 before that.
Just lost so much time though.
He did. Well, he hit the wall. I mean, hard. But this is Andrew Duambonglio. So Andrew's up 1.5 seconds, which will be enough to see him move up a fair few places as well as he comes through the chase. You notice as well now the gold drivers all starting to fill up those top spots. You know, it's just how it is. I think with the track evolution, as Andrew comes
rear in the top row though.
We will.
Absolutely a monstrous time, even for the gold drivers.
Let's go ahead and take a look further down. I'm just trying to organize myself. There we go. And who have we got on an improvement? Let's go and take a look at Caesar. Or oh, again, I've done it again. He's overshot the chase. He's out. Not my fault. My camera wasn't on you yet, Pizzuto. It doesn't count as a commentator's curse.
We'll still blame you.
Yeah.
We'll still blame you.
As we join Cleveland Leatherwood in the Porsche, fellow teammate of Matt Moon, going into Skyline now. only up 0.6 if he can hold it all together.
That's so unfortunate. Shane Lewis was up 0.4 of a second. He invalidates his lap.
Oh. And that is it as far as qualifying is concerned. So this is last orders at the bar, guys. You've got to make it count. Let's see what they've got. We've got Cameron Beeson on a gain. We've got Corey Colt on a small gain. Cleveland Leatherwood, Mike Cook, Brad Charland.
We do
all
have
making
JL
gains.
who could be pushing a gain that.
Well, he's up
that
to...
maybe-
No, Julian Al's already crossed the line, so I don't think it will
Oh,
count. He's just getting some practice in, I think.
Little practice before this.
A little practice, yeah.
Look at that livery though; it's shining in the dark.
But we got to say, given the championship standings, that means that it is, you know, the ball is in Julian's court here. So Matt Moon could only make it up to 9th. So Julian Al places themselves into 3rd place for the time being, which is a great position if you're looking to come out of this race at the top of the table. So let's see what they've got in store. It's the last qualifiers just come over now. Cleveland Leatherwood slotting into 12th place and exiting left on screen as the camera tries to find him again. This is Corey Colt not improving. Oh, but he finished 6th.
There's the qualifying.
And that is qualifying. So let's go ahead now and go back to our intermission screen as we wait for everybody to sort themselves out for the race. So just to sum it up then, we've got Zamora in P1, Riley Greer in P2, Julian Au P3, Thomas Acosta in P4, and Lewis in P5. Some fantastic efforts there. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, Marlon. We don't know because anything can happen. This is
I know it's gonna
Bathurst.
happen.
I think there's going to be some wall clipping. You know, it's bound to happen. But yeah, what are your thoughts before we get into the race?
I predict at least one incident into what is that turn? I believe it is Griffin's Bend. I believe there will be
Turn 2.
at least one incident in Griffin's Bend.
Turn 2. Is that what you're saying? Griffin. Yeah, Griffin's Bend turn 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least one incident. Just because I know how the D6 drivers are, a lot of aggression, especially during the Nürburgring race.
I love aggression.
I
love it.
Very. Yeah. Maybe it's a little too much aggression.
No, never. Absolutely.
We
fine.
might see some great overtakes in the early starts of the race, especially Hell's Corner. It's going to be coming up. It's a really it's going to really test just who's willing to push the limit to take more positions away from other people. So
Well, it really is. And you know, I just noticed something. I'm looking down the board here, and quite an important thing is that I've just noticed that Fernando Couture, I'm sure, was in the server for practice. I could be wrong, but
I know I did.
is
see
not-
Couture for like a split second.
he's not taking part in the race from what I can see. So that is 3rd place up for grabs then for the likes of Cameron Beeson and Anthony Lombardo, even Corey Colt, who is sitting 4th, 5th, and 6th at the moment. So, you know, it's all to play for. There's also other drivers. I'm trying to think of their names. Oh, Ryan Clark saying Riley is in danger. Carnage behind the top 5, turn 2. He's with you on that one, Marlon. And
There's definitely a lot of danger.
what we'll do is let's go through a full look at the cars. Are just a minute lining up, getting ready to go, and then what we'll do is we'll do a full breakdown. I'll leave that to Marlon to rattle on through the names because Marlon, I know you love to do it. And
Setting me up.
yeah, absolutely. And let's go and join the race again.
I did forget to update my liveries. But
Yeah, so did I, but you know, it's a fact of life. I apologize. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look on board then with a grid walk. So take us away.
in P1 we have Tristan Zamora, which, man, that's unfortunate. We can't see his livery, but and then we have Riley Greer, surprisingly silver driver here, taking P2. We have Julian Al coming up. Julian Al in a really good position to take the lead from Corey Cole, or Matt Moon. Thomas Acosta P4, and then we have Shane Lewis coming up, and then there's Corey Cole right before him, sorry. We do have Anthony Lombardo right before him too, and then Sebastian Rock. Then we have fan favorite Matt Moon.
Proud favorite. Commentator favorite
Proud
Matt Moon.
favorite. Everyone's
Absolutely.
favorite.
Everyone's favorite Matt Moon.
Cameron Beeson. And then we have Michael Santos right behind him. Cleveland Leatherwood. Matt Moon's teammate, which is great because they're very close with each other, but they were going to really need to push this race if they want to take this manufacturing championship. Dick Zimmerman Sr., an upcoming crowd favorite. Trey Morgan, fellow commentator, will make sure to curse you during the race. Brad Charland, that beautiful, oh, that's the first livery I've seen. Mac Morgan, oh, sorry, that's our commentator, Mac Morgan.
It's alright, keep going, keep going.
Cesar Pizzuto coming up right behind him. Andrew Duong Vong Leo. I got it right this time. Can't fault me. Colin O'Leary in that racist livery, absolutely beautiful. Brian A. Combe in that red and green livery. We have Mike Cook coming up. That's a pretty interesting livery. It's like hazard tape. But like,
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not sure. It's interesting though.
Tim Parkinson in the Acura. I love the Acura, man. Alicia.
Somebody's got to.
We have Alicia and then Josh Parker in the Mustang. Surprisingly, Mustang's not strong on this track. Mark Allen starting in the pit,
Mark
which is
Allen in the pits.
Man.
Forget to maybe press start.
Press
I don't
drive,
know, Yeah,
yeah.
because I don't think he's got a
And
pit
we
lane
have
start.
Jen in last place. So
just
those
cycling
two might
through,
be
yeah.
our penalties, but
Yeah, let's go ahead then.
Yeah.
So we're back on board. Let's go across then to Tristan some more. Let's go on Helicam. It's not going to be ideal, but these boys now are just all lining up along the longest straight. The formation lap is long. It's terrible to try and get warmth into these tyres. So you see now they just start the beautiful serenade of weaving back and forth, just trying to get that last bit of temperature in, ready for lap one. I found the easiest way is just to keep the brakes hot. You know, it seeps out into the tyres. But definitely yesterday it was needed to do a fair bit of weaving. So always looks pretty. As you get a few bucking the trend, but here they go.
this race is going to be, this start is going to be very important for Samora here. If he's able to get out of the, or get away from the carnage early in lap one, which hopefully doesn't happen, but considering what track we're on, yeah.
So
As the drivers go side by side, we'll see how this race turns out.
So, Marlon, it is over to you as they all come through. I'll let you take this away as you always do with us and get this race underway. Yeah, with me at least anyway. We'd love to see it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I did oversleep last race.
Yeah, exactly. So now you got to pay for it. That's what it is.
Ugh.
As the cars come around
It's
Murray
gonna be
Corner,
tough.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And also, just a note to us there, you know, if there is any lap one incidents, we will review them, but we're going to review them after the initial lap one. Okay.
As the drivers get ready to take on this track, let's see who gets off the line the quickest. We're waiting for the green lights here.
Oh,
and we're
two
going green
drive-throughs.
line, 2 drive-throughs already. Brad Charland and Alicia and Brad. What?
Oh my goodness!
that
Out of their
happen?
pit starts. It looks to be all clear though. A good turn one.
Oh, their formation.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, a bit squiggly there.
Oh, and we have someone going on.
It's fine. They've stayed alive. Okay, as we go into turn 2.
Mad Moon has gone up a place. That's going to be really good for his championship. But we're also now just heading into the mountain. Can they hold on to this? Let's see what happens with all these drivers coming up this treacherous track.
We got a side by side there. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Still safe. Go on, D6. Keep it safe, guys. Come on.
You were just asking for aggression, though.
Nah, aggression after lap 1. I'm so impressed. They've made it through so far. Keep going, guys.
I guess I was wrong. There were no incidents.
There
that
weren't.
seemed to
You
get
and
us
Ryan
wrong.
Clark, yeah. Here we go in the Skyline. Might be a different story. As we already have one off at the back.
Oh, someone's going off.
3, 4,
There we
2.
go.
That's Shane Lewis going off there as we go side by side into Skyline.
And they kept it clean.
They kept it clean.
They
oh
kept
my.
it clean.
D6 putting on a masterclass display here so far.
Already better than D5 this week. So.
This is incredible. Fair play to them.
It's gonna really hurt Charlene and Alicia this race for that drive-through penalty, but
Yeah, no, and something must have happened to Corey Colt because there's a bit of a gap that's developed. So maybe Corey was just taking it a bit extra safe. That's the thing about the mountain section. You are at the mercy of the driver in front of you. You can't make any moves. You just got to let them do what they've got to do, especially on lap 1 to make things. Oh, as Lombardo goes for a lunge on Corey Colt into the chase.
oh, there we go into chase.
Oh, but loses the back
Oh,
end.
he can't stick it, and he loses a
Matt
position.
Moon.
Matt Moon is coming up.
What a machine, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Moon said, bet, I am coming for you, Julian Owl, up to 7th place now as they go through at the beginning of lap 2. So,
There we go.
let's go and take a
Not
look
a lot
through.
of incidents to watch.
I don't
over,
think so. Let's go and take a look at what happened to car 256. So this is car 256 is Anthony Lombardo. Oh, I think we saw that. Little bit of contact, nothing to worry about as far as I'm concerned. I'm just trying to see if
Yeah,
there's
it looks like
anything else.
just looks like harder racing here, but yeah, he's gonna lose that position of Matt Moon. Wow, that contact could have ended his race early.
Absolutely. Let's take a look and see where we're at. There's so much going on. It's difficult to find it. Let's have a look. At what's going on? Up and down the grid. Corey Colt still holding on to 5th place. Matt Moon up to 6th place. Julian Owl in 4th. And it is a long race. Mark Petty says it's a long race. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of time. And as we said, anything could happen.
It's telling me Mac Morgan just took a position from Team Morgan, which is
Oh, the brothers trading it off.
the rivalry here.
As Liz Alicia takes the correct decision, I think, and just gets that drive-through cleared first time round. You know why that's the right decision? Because now Liz has no traffic, you know, can go as fast as she possibly can through that section without worrying about, oh, as we see a dive going in on Cesar Bazzuta, that's Josh Parker. Seems like it all seemed to work out. Oh, no, it didn't.
Oh,
Tim
no.
Parkinson is he is down, he is out. It is painful, Tim. Everyone clears him. Well done. And I don't think Tim had that much damage either from the looks of it. But that is not, that's our first big incident. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened. That was car 674. And that's Finn Jen trailing behind after the pit lane starts. Already caught up to the back of the grid. Going into Skyline. Parkinson ahead. Oh, no, Finn Jen. Oh.
That's so unlucky.
You know, it's one of those things. It looks so inviting as O'Leary's facing the wrong way, coming through the chase. Let's go ahead and have a look. You know, they were good for lap 1, but it seems once again with D6, lap 2 is anybody's game.
Lap 2 becomes an absolute bloodbath.
You know, they said checkmate Ray Stewart. Do you want to punish us on lap 1? We're going to go ahead and take it all to lap 2.
Lap 2. They're going to change the rules after this race.
O'Leary keeping it clean, though, you know, not ideal. As Brad Charlin also goes into the pits and tries to serve it. I think saying, look, you know what? I'm going to take that open air. And I think that's absolutely the right decision to make.
Definitely want to clear as many penalty points as possible, but again, we're gonna this race just started and we're not having a lot of incidents. I could be cursing everyone right now, but
No, I mean it's not. I mean, there's been a couple of yellow flags, but I have to say I'm so impressed with how D6 are handling this this track. A lot better than a few of the other divisions, a few of the lower divisions. Or is it lower or higher? I think lower, right? Lower is the correct term.
lower, yeah.
Oh, as car 623 looks to have had a yellow flag. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Car 623, that is Mike Cook. Let's see what happened to Mike as he's coming through I can't remember the name, up into Riley something, as Mike Cook loses it. Oh, and loses it. He does. That is into... Yeah, well, he's through it. You know, that's the important thing. He's through it.
We do have Matt Moon. What is that? 210, or it was 210s, right behind Corey Colt. This battle is starting to shake up. Can they make it through the mountain properly?
Well,
we have Michael Santos gaining a position.
Do we?
in the chase, and there's a car off. The Acura.
Oh,
and
it's
Michael
Santos.
is down.
We're going to have to go back and take a look and see what happened. That's car number 203. Let's play
Just
it back,
as I was
Marlon.
talking about them.
Let's see what happens. So this is Sebastian Rock, I believe, up ahead of Santos. Santos trying to chase him as they come out of the Conrad straight into the chase. Takes the inside line, Santos does. And seemingly, I think...
Oh,
yeah,
this is just a racing incident.
I don't know if there was contact, but Santos definitely not leaving enough room at least. Oh, as somebody else goes off. That's that's Trey Morgan. No,
Trey
Mac Morgan. Mac Morgan.
Mac
It's
Morgan?
one of the Morgans. It's Mac Morgan.
Too
There
many
we go.
Morgans.
Oh, that's devastating for Mac, who was in such a good position, running up in, I think, 9th or 10th place. Yeah, 10th place, down now into 16th.
I think I did talk about how I was going to differentiate them too. It's Morgan 1 and Morgan 2.
Morgan 1. There's Orange Morgan, and we need to make sure that Trey changes the colour of their car as well, just to give us a chance, I think. So Santos now on the rear of Finn Jen in 17th place. This is the battle for 17th, with a big old train up ahead of them as well. Now, you got to...
like Mike Cook is taking an early pit. This is hard on...
I think he had to, given that condition. I think I think he had to.
That's going to be tough. Well, he's going to get the pit. He's going to get his pit or mandatory pit off.
Absolutely.
But we'll see how he's going to manage these tires in the last 50 minutes of the race. I mean, the
tricky.
track's not hot right now, but it's going to be tough just because of, I mean, the nature of this track. The turns, like the incline, it's going to take a toll.
Exactly. So I'm just going to go and check in with the live points position. So let's have a look here at the moment. So yeah, Julian Owl is currently, Matt's doing enough to stay at the top, which is great for Matt at the moment.
Yeah, and Mad Moon is taking a position away from Corey Colt.
Let's take a look and find it. I think he's made it as well. He has a dive into Murray Corner and coming out of the chase one way or another. Matt Moon is on a mission tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Mad Moon is on a mission. We usually say Corey Colt is here, but it's going to be Matt Moon this time. He's right behind his division rival.
Oh,
Can he take it away from him?
It is, and you know that is a whole you know, it puts him up to 401 points. Julian Owl 397, so that's a 4-point difference. Trey Morgan is in a Mustang, Ryan Clark tells us. Oh, well, that might help us differentiate the two then.
Yeah, so the worst are Morgans in the Mustang.
Oh,
sorry.
wow.
We're not hating on Morgan. We're
crazy.
just hating the Mustang.
Hating the Mustang. That is correct. Mustang needs to be boxed. Kunos needs to fix it.
Mustang is not.
Agreed. This is part of my campaign, ladies and gentlemen. The link to the change.
Someone goes off into Hell's Corner. That's going to be Brad Charlin. Wow.
Doesn't seem like it affected him though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's keeping right behind.
And speaking of Trey Morgan, this is the train conductor at the moment by the looks of it in the Mustang. Now, it's not going to be the best car through the mountain section. So if you're not in a Mustang, this is where you catch up. But unfortunately, as it comes down, as he looks ahead to Cleveland Leatherwood, trying to take it a bit gingerly. Is he going to go for a dive? No, he thinks better of it. Backs out. And
well, we did see Thomas. Wait, Thomas Acosta was P1 or was it Zamora?
No, Zamora P1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, Thomas Acosta does take fastest lap of the race with a 2:03.9. That is going to be really big for chasing Greer. But Greer is a silver driver, so this
oh, Morgan cuts that. Oh, so close. Good on you, Trey. Using all the track. Now, this comes into Morgan's playbook now because they're onto the straights, and that Mustang is an absolute menace on the straights. So let's see if he can do anything to catch up with Cleveland Leatherwood, even though he didn't get the greatest exit. As they go through into the chase now. He goes for the dive. Cleveland Leatherwood
He's going to go for the dive on Cleveland Leatherwood.
Oh, and he keeps
no switchback, and he's going to keep that position, yeah.
Cleveland's like, you know what? You want it? You can get it. He's made him work for it, though.
He's going to have to, yeah, he did have to work for that, and I know that it's going to be a problem once he's in the mountains because I know Leatherwood's car is going to be a lot better in those turns, but oh my goodness, it doesn't look like he's controlling that car. Zipperburn Sr. is coming up right behind him.
Oh, look at that dive from Josh Parker trying to take...
look at that dive
What's going to happen? Oh my goodness. Gains a position, but that was a dive. That was a
What
dive.
a dive.
And this is Zipperburn Senior now. Now, we don't want to curse Zipperburn, but he's looking up the inside as they're going into Griffin's corner.
He's
Turn 2.
entering Griffin's corner in the dive. Can he stick this position? No, he's going to back out. He knows better.
Smart,
he knows
smart.
better.
Yeah. Now,
He's
Josh
like,
Parker,
I've been in this position too many times.
Josh Parker is
I'm not
currently
gonna
up 12 places, Marlon. 12 places. Started in 24th
places.
place and is already up to 12th place. So this man is on a mission, as well as Matt Moon.
Also,
for-
Jen, starting from the pits, he is up 9 position, and Mark Allen. Those are our gold drivers too.
Yeah, and the 2
Maybe
silver
that
drivers battling it out for who's going to win on the silver classification. Acosta all over the rear end of Riley Greer as they come down Conrad Straight now into what will be the chase. Seems to be where all the action's happening.
Yeah, and it looks like Zamora is built a comfortable 4-second gap here. I could be cursing him.
Anything could happen, man.
Don't wanna do,
Anything
yeah.
could happen. You know, it's
Yeah,
not over
13
until you
minutes.
cross that line, baby. It's not over.
13 minutes in, a lot of position changes right now. Some unfortunate incidents, but again, there's 47 minutes left in the race. Anything can happen again, like you said.
But go back to the Nürburgring, which is the last time I think I hosted D6, and it was just replay after replay after replay, you know, and you come to the toughest circuit on the calendar, on the game, some might say. And
yeah.
it's okay.
Wets
Ooh,
are not fun for most people.
that was Brian Acom, I think, just having a little "How's your mother? How's your father?" with the wall there, just behind, and it looks like
Whoa,
Josh
we're gonna see
Parker's
position
got a
changes. Josh Parker's
spin.
off. There's
We're-
two people off in lost positions. Here.
I've absolutely cursed it. We're gonna have to. play.
Oh, he almost joins
Oh
into
my
someone.
goodness! And I've clicked the wrong replay again. I'm so sorry. We'll watch Tim Parkinson, and there was something that happened here, that's for sure, because there was a yellow flag between the two. Oh, just moving out of the way, I think. Didn't want any of that smoke. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened with Josh Parker. We are apparently looking at the wrong person.
Chasing Zipperburn into that corner.
As he tries to make the
So far.
dive,
There
there's
we go.
nothing
He's gonna make the dive.
on,
There's
yeah.
no space, and he's gonna take
Oh.
Zipperburn Senior out. Oh, he's gonna hit another. All the cars going off. In
You
that
know,
exit.
the thing is, with that aggressive driving, fair play to him, but, you know, sometimes it's difficult when you're trying to make your way through the field. You know you're faster than the car ahead, but at the same time, you've lost all those places. That's 8 positions he's lost. It's back to pretty much square one for Josh Parker.
Stewards are not gonna like that incident either. It's
No.
gonna be-
But you know what? It's
Absolutely.
only 15 minutes. If he can do 12 positions in 15 minutes, let's see if he can do it again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just the adrenaline running all those position takes, but yeah, I mean, he's gonna need a fight back right now. We got a white flag. What?
Got a yellow flag for 939, but again, I think a lot of it's just to do with the pace. That is Thomas Acosta, though.
Wait, we do Mark Allen gaining a position on. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Mark Allen did gain the position on Superman Senior. Someone's in the yellow.
Someone is. That is car 203. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. That is Santos, who
Michael
has
Santos.
just had a tough break so far in this race. Let's see what happens with Santos.
Man, yeah.
Oh, just loses it. It's a tough corner. Horace Elbow, it
is-
is a tough corner.
Force Elbow's just gonna ruin so many people races.
Camera trying to
especially when
pick
the
up on
tire
him.
degradation comes up. Yeah.
There we go.
And
Now-
that's what we were talking about too, is like the unfortunate like incidents that happened during this race. And Michael Acosta is going to be down 13 positions right now.
He is, and Thomas Acosta, on the other hand, I'm pleased to say, the race is
Oh,
not
sorry,
done.
Michael
And
Santos.
the
Oh my
race
goodness.
is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Acosta gaining on the last lap by about 0.15 seconds. So Zamora might just be playing it a bit comfortable. I don't know. But Acosta is on the hunt. He smells them. He's got past Riley Greer now. And it is on for Thomas Acosta.
That does raise the question though, can Acosta catch up to Zamora? He's really gaining some time. He's now down back to 3 seconds. Where he was
Yeah.
at 4 seconds.
Zamora, I think, getting held up at the moment behind Liz Alicia, who, you know, as a blue flag driver, you're fully entitled to keep your lane especially through the mountain section. That's what makes this so fun anyway, this course.
This is going to make the this track interesting. There's a lot of blue flags might be coming up, but that means we might see a battle for first place here.
Well, you know what? Things happen like this, and it's good to see. Let's go ahead and see Thomas Acosta and see how if he catches up to Liz Alicia. Catching up really at the ideal time. If you can make the most out of these two corners here and really get up. Is that Liz? It's not. I don't think it is Liz Alicia, is it, actually? Oh, is it Mike Cook? Sorry, Mike Cook. Oh, no, it is Alicia. It is Alicia.
You know, I mean, Acosta taking fastest lap. He did improve his time by what, 0.4 of a second. He is really gaining speed here.
Properly going for it, and I love it. I love it. This is why I love D6. You never know what you're going to get.
The most unpredictable division.
It really is. Now, biggest gainer so far in the championship is Tristan Zamora. If he holds onto his position, he goes from 29th up to 11th place at the moment. So, doing what he needs to do, especially with these three races left. If you can keep that performance up, you know, that's a lot. So keep it going. Anthony Lombardo moves from 5th up until 3rd place at the moment as car 217. Looks like they've had an off at the chase. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened. That's, I believe, Sebastian Rock, is it? Yeah, it is.
So we only had one incident in Skyline. But all the incidents right now are coming from the chase. Rock is going off like that.
Oh,
wow.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you put it. He's gonna push that Acura, but the Acura, I know from trying to drive it recently, it's very hard to control, very hard to master.
Yeah, forget about it. No chance with me. Never gonna try. Never gonna bother. But some people taking the decision to do it this season for whatever reason, and
it's a beautiful car.
Good on them.
Beautiful.
So we've got Julian now catching up with Riley Greer here for 4th and 3rd place. This is Matt Moon's. Well, actually, it could work out for Matt. I mean, he's just got to pass the back markers there, and if Greer holds up Al, that could play into Matt Moon's hand.
Some of our closer battles, Jay Parker 0.2 behind O'Leary, it looks like, and also Pizzuta 0.5 behind Shane Lewis. But there's going to be a triple battle.
Oh, as it go, O'Leary
there we go.
backing out, and that causes Josh Parker to go off.
That's going to be major damage.
And Andrew Duambonglio further down the hill, having a massive. Oh, look at the front of that Ferrari, Marlon. It is not pretty.
No.
939 also doing the same thing. Let's go back and have a look and see what happened. 939, that's Dick Zipperburn Senior. No.
We cursed him.
We didn't curse him. We weren't even looking.
No, we definitely.
I'll tell you, Forrest Elbow is claiming some souls tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's as O'Leary's going slow through there. Andrew Duambonglio and. Oh, it's Alan pushes.
Oh my goodness,
Morgan.
Alan pushes off Morgan.
Yeah.
And Alan's going to go into the pits too.
I think, they pretty much had to. Now, 556 also having an off at the chase. That is Brad Charland, I believe. Let's take a look and see what happens here. Tries to go for a dive down the inside of Josh Parker, who's already had a terrible lap.
He's going to hit the curb.
Well, he used Josh, I think, to do some of his turning, and that hasn't actually worked out for him in the long run, as we see Andrew Duambonglio.
That's going to be a lot of damage time for Duambonglio.
Yeah.
And as I think I've said before in a different stream, but I noticed the two main cars that really are affected by damage is the McLaren and the Ferrari. So that's going to really hurt him if he's unable to get a good pit out.
It's far from ideal for them, but if you can get, like I said, fresh air, clean air can be your best friend. So, and I have to say as well, something's happened further up. Let's take a look. 423 and 727. That is Trey Morgan. Oh, I see. That was Alan sort of forcing Morgan.
Whoa,
off the
Jay
road.
Al is taking a position off of Greer.
Yeah.
He's now into the podium spot.
Julian Al moving up into the podium spot. But is it clean? I think there was a yellow flag for Riley Greer, so we'll go ahead and take a look and see what's happened to Riley.
This could really change the outcome of the Drivers' Championship right here.
So is Riley, is he maybe cooked it into the chase again with Al behind him? Maybe the pressure? I'm not sure. Let's take a look.
It's always the chase.
Oh, he just kisses
Oh,
that apex.
he
and
clips
spins.
it, yeah.
It's
This
clean.
is going to really hurt Matt Moon's push to getting points on Al.
Well, it is and it isn't, because I mean, you know, he's gained now. He's only 2 seconds behind, 4 seconds behind Julian now. Didn't get the hold up that he wanted, but Julian is on a mission. Let's take a look at some of these lap times. He's still running roughly about 0.4 off the lead, so he might be reaching sort of the comfortable position for his pace. But Matt Moon is not giving up. He's not giving up.
That's why he's a crowd favorite.
That is why we all love Matt Moon. But, however, with Julian Au taking 3rd spot with the SRA scoring points, that does mean that by 3 points, Julian Au is currently sitting at the top of the championship. So, Matt Moon, if he wants it, he's got to go get it.
Definitely gonna have to go get it. This is going to be a really tough race for him if he has to climb over Greer, which we've seen Greer is put in the 2nd fastest lap in qualifying. But what does that mean for the rest of this race? Can he stay consistent? Can Greer hold this position for Matt Moon?
And
but also, can Matt Moon take it? Yeah.
As we know, the race pace, sorry, quali pace doesn't. Oh, 1:35. Let's take a look.
Oh no.
Shut up, and that is.
It's Alicia again and Parker,
no,
but
that's Josh Parker.
Yeah, that's just Parker. Yeah.
Going into Skyline. Does he
Well,
touch the
there's our
grass?
second.
Touches the grass, and there he goes.
Well, that will be our, I think, 2nd incident to Skyline, which is surprising because that's
Well,
where
yeah.
most incidents are going to occur.
Exactly. Forest Elbow's the one claim. You know, people don't put a lot of attention into it, and that is the
Yeah,
one
it's
that's
gonna be-
claimed.
Forest Elbow and the chase.
As we see, Julian Au has had. Oh, he's gone into the pits. Never mind. 36
there we
minutes
go.
left to go. Matt Moon up into 5th place. He's going to be on older tyres. Julian's going to have a heck of a
Zipper
good
Burn Senior's
outcome.
gotten the drive-through.
Oh, has he? Oh, Zipper Burn. What has happened? No. We hate to see it. He has 26th place. But, as we said at the beginning, anything can happen. So, serve the drive-through, do your pit, doesn't matter. Anything in this race. On Mount Panorama, the world's most scariest street course. Funnily enough, the actual, did you know, Marlon, the speed limit at this street circuit for normal road cars
Wait,
going
hold
down
on
the
a
mountain
second.
is-
We're going too wide into
too
Hell's Corner.
wide.
Whoa!
And that's Pizzuto making a move there on Shane Lewis, I believe. Yeah, Shane Lewis number 211. Finn
Sorry,
Jem.
I
No,
wanted to watch
absolutely.
that battle. Yeah.
Anyway, 35 mile an hour. That's the speed limit. There you go. That was what I was getting at. 35 miles an hour. These boys are doing a bit faster than that. As it looks like Shane was looking at... Oh, Finn Jen potentially trying to...
Jen trying to take it into Griffins, but he can't stick it. It's gonna be right behind. It looks like Trey Morgan here. Oh, not Trey Morgan.
No,
Shane
no,
Lewis.
Shane
Sorry.
Lewis, yeah.
Yeah.
Shane was just parked on that apex. There's nothing Finn could have done there, unfortunately, you know. And I think Shane was also trying to potentially see if he could sneak up the inside and regain the position that he's just lost. But look what's happened. Shane now has completely lost Pizzuto. He is gone. See you later. 2.6 seconds in the case of only a few corners. Devastating. Oh, as we have. Is that car
Yeah,
number
Charlotte
423?
gonna take a-
That is Mac Morgan. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to fellow commentator Mac Morgan coming here through Griffin's Bend up into the cutting. Let's see what happens here. Oh, hits the inside.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's
Cuts
probably
too
hurt
much.
quite a lot, to be honest. It's one of those. It's if you smack it on the inside, damage the suspension. That is an REB.
Yeah. Matt Moon's gonna take it into the pits here.
Yeah.
Try and a little undercut here, but
Now, interestingly enough, Trey Morgan. Let's just quickly go and double check the scoreboard here. Is that correct? Trey Morgan has come out ahead of Julian Au in the pits. So Julian losing out quite a few positions there. I wonder if he had a bit of damage that he had to repair or something, because that has not gone Julian's way.
whoa, that is a lot of position changes for Julian now, going from top row to absolutely in the back.
I'm trying to search through the highlights reel here on my side and see if I can see anything that involves 709, but I can't. As Julian
Mark Allen's gonna
Yep.
Mark Allen's gonna absolutely send into Skyline, and he's gonna hit the wall, but looks like he's gonna be fine. Lose a position there, but
Yeah, it is what it is.
yeah, as long as he's fine.
But that could potentially mean at the moment that Trey Morgan is running in quite a high position. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the predictions are saying at the moment for Trey.
Wow,
Trey
that-
is running.
That pit stop is going to be massive for Trey Morgan.
But interestingly enough, wow, okay, so Julian took a total of 95.6 seconds in the pit, which is a
That
huge
is
amount of
a
time.
long time.
I'm not sure what's happened there. Let's see if I can figure this out.
Jen is chasing Shane Lewis. Jen did catch up to Shane Lewis here. Just what is that, 0.5? No, he's gaining speed.
That's Brian Acom. Looks like a bit of a battered Porsche, I'm not going to lie, but you know what? He's keeping it on the track, and that's one of the most important things. Matt Moon comes out in 11th, which is a massive gain on Julian now. So Matt Moon comes out in 11th, Julian down in 18th. So I don't know what's happened there.
Whoa.
We've completely missed that. We'll have to go and see if we can find out at the end. Is Cleveland
Also do
Leatherwood
have Corey
comes into
Colt
the pit.
coming into the pits. Yeah, Leatherwood and Corey Colt coming into the pits. We'll see how they end up. Right
Tristan Zamora being held up by Liz Alicia at the moment, and again with the blue flag rules, he can't do anything about it. Liz is entitled to stay where she is, but she does get out of the way going into Skyline and let these two race neck and neck. That has allowed Acosta to get right up behind him. Only 0.4 behind as they come through the dipper, through the S's into Forest Elbow. A little bit of a nudge as he lunges in, and that is close by Thomas Acosta, and I love it. Keep it going as Matt Moon makes a pass on.
Oh, and it looks like O'Leary's gonna go off in Hell's corner, but we're also gonna have Matt Moon and Zipperburn Senior, which should not be happening.
I think Zipperburn's
But they're
a
gonna-
blue flag, it must be. But look at the front of Matt Moon's car. Did that happen since he's been in the pit? What's happened there?
That's not good damage. That's gonna be a little just off his aerodynamics. But if he's if he's able to keep it, then yeah, just keep driving. But that's gonna really hurt his chances of pulling away from Julian Apple here.
Mac Morgan says, I did not have damage. I already had to RTG, but I thought it would clear my mandatory pit stop. But it did not. Oh, Mac. That is ACC 101, my friend. But hey-ho, you come back fighting for the next season. So, for the next, well, next.
I think
next
the
race.
sponsors bar is blocking the time left in the race in the stream.
Is it? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it on my... Oh, I see. Right, okay. Let's take a quick look. Move that there. Don't know why that is. There we go, guys. 30 minutes left in the race. So, let's take
the
a
front runners
quick
taking
look
the
at
pits
where we
now.
are. Riley Greer overtaking Tristan Zamora. Well, that's in the pits. So, actually, let's keep with these because this could be important between Riley Greer, Tristan Zamora, all in the pits at the moment. Let's take a look on the helicam and take a look at them as they go in. As it looks like Zamora comes off, gets a slow start away though, and way ahead of Greer there. But where does he come out, Tristan Zamora, now with Matt Moon coming up? He has come out. Oh, Matt Moon and Riley Greer right up behind him now. So the positions remain the same out of those guys, that's for sure. Although Chris Beeson looks like he's made a bit of progress up in 5th place there. Am I misreading that? Look. Cameron. I keep saying Chris. It's Cameron. Sorry, Cam. So Thomas Acosta looking to take as much of an advantage as possible by staying out a little bit longer. let's see if he decides, he does decide to come into the pits. Let's see about his pit entry, because it is quite a tricky one here at Mount Panorama, but he does it masterfully. Make sure he brakes before he crosses the pit limit line. He does. And that, I think, will be a good stop, but it will be interesting to see as Julian Owl goes past as well. I have to say, I'm very confused by Owl. He has lost a lot of time.
Wait a second, Thomas Acosta is a silver driver. Wow, he is absolutely dominating this race. 18-second gap. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Whoa. That is...
What are we
I
weighing?
the right thing. It says 13-second gap in climbing. But...
Oh, this is Zamora and Cesar Pizzuto going for it at the moment. Up at the moment in third and fourth. One not pitting, the other one pitting. And that does mean that, unfortunately for Zamora, Pizzuto is more than entitled as he comes into the pit.
It does look like Mark Allen is going to take a position from Badge Island, but I want to go back to the... So you're telling me Acosta had a 34-second difference on Lombardo before coming into the pit? Whoa. He's going to be right behind Lombardo too, which is...
And what doesn't help is, look, Julian Owl being held up all the way through the mountain by Finn Jen, who's trying to get past, but there's just no way to do it on the mountain. As they come out of the mountain section now, through Forest Hill,
Here we
both
go,
get
through
a good
Forest.
drive.
No incidents yet, but we're gonna see into the chase because we've seen a lot of incidents happen between drivers in the chase. So he's gonna go try and side by side with him, but he's
Just letting him know he's
trying
there.
to fake him out.
Just letting him know.
Into chase. Let's see what happens.
Jay Owl couldn't access the pit. The pit wasn't pitting.
He's gonna dive. He's
He
gonna dive
dives
into
in.
it. And he's gonna take the position from Jen. That's gonna be big if he wants to catch up back into this championship drive.
It certainly is. So yeah, just information from the crowd here. Keen spotters in the pit lane, obviously. Kiko saying that Jay Owl couldn't access the pit. The pit wasn't pitting. That's how he lost the time.
That's gonna be massive then.
I wonder if that's maybe he just didn't turn his ignition off or something.
Oh, maybe he was out of position and it wouldn't register him in.
As
But it would have pulled him in. But yeah.
Well, it depends how far out the box you are. It might not if he wasn't in the box. That's the thing.
He's got to be pretty far. Though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but something's happened, obviously. So this is Corey Colt and Matt Moon. Colt trying to get the best drive possible, loses the rear end a little bit. That's going to struggle with his rear, with his speed, but he does have the straight line, the stream. What am I trying to say? Goodness
these
me.
two drivers might want to stay safe into the chase, as we know there's been a lot of... Oh, he's going to go side by side here.
I think Matt's letting him go. I think, is he... Oh, touches the grass a little bit, but comes
almost
back
touches
around.
it.
I think Matt... Oh, but he takes way too much speed.
Go off.
He's going to have to give that place back, I'd say, to be honest, to Matt Moon. And I think he is. Yeah, he is. Letting Matt Moon go back through.
Maybe Matt Moon's trying to let him through because maybe Corey Colt is having more faster times. He's going to try and benefit off that, but it looks like Corey Colt just pushes it too hard in the chase.
Well, the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is Acosta has come out after Zamora's pit. Zamora's come out behind Thomas Acosta. So we have a silver driver leading not by a little amount as well. He's got an 8-second gain on Zamora now. So something, he's taken advantage. Zamora's been held up in the traffic or something like that. But yeah, it is all Acosta.
I want to see the amount of practice laps he did because this is an absolute amazing drive. We have Pizzuto and Jay Al going at it in the chase.
Jay Al diving down. No way he holds that. No way
he holds that. Yeah.
No. And you're going to have to give that back, I think, Jay out, if you want to keep on the good side of Jason Allen and Dan Cran, and he does.
What an absolute move.
I love it. They're all going for it. They're like, the chase.
They're going.
Let's go.
The chase is where all the spicy action's happening. Not even Skyline. Skyline is where I predicted a lot of the incidents would happen. But no, it's been the chase so far.
It's been the chase.
And Forest Corner.
It's too inviting, man. You got all that speed, you know. It's too inviting. It's too inviting. I think the thing that a lot of the drivers are misunderstanding is, you know, when you're in the if you're in the slipstream, that's the word I was looking for. If you're in the slipstream of another car, you're carrying a lot more speed than you normally would, so you have to adjust your braking point. And I just don't think they are, you know, and as a result, they're just going way off into the distance there.
I do notice Parkinson has not pitted yet. I believe he's the only driver that hasn't pitted this race.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
he
gonna
did
be
this
really
at
bad
he
for-
did this at Nürburgring as well, and I don't know if it paid off or not. I can't remember. I don't think it did particularly, but hey, you know, if he feels comfortable on the tires, then good on him.
Yeah, usually Lombardo's the one who he usually pits late, but Parkinson's really waiting for that pit.
Really
stop.
going for it. Oh, it's good to see Michael Santos. He's back up into 17th place, so that's fantastic to see for Michael. Let's go ahead and take a bit. It's still down 6 places, but you know what? It's still something. There's still 20.
It's going to be a 3-car battle, though, into the mountains between these 3, O'Leary, Allen, and Santos. That's going to be interesting. Oh, my.
Oh, it's
someone
Josh
spun.
Parker takes it
Oh,
wide.
man.
Spins
Josh
out.
Parker. Josh Parker's just not having a good race today.
Not the one for Josh. Let me just double check before we sully his good name. Yeah, it was Josh Parker. Just catching it on the apex there as a swing round. Now that's really unstable, and that does cause. It's interesting. I mean, this guy was storming up the street. I think he's just maybe had a confidence knock or something. It's just affected.
This track will do it to you, but it does look Corey Cole and Matt Moon are like rear to rear, and Lombardo is going to be entering this battle soon if someone can't pull away here.
He's saying, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm still in this."
I'm ready to take a position from one of you.
Absolutely, praying that something happens up ahead as they go into the skyline.
Oh,
Corey...
Michael Santos is going to lose a position to O'Leary here.
Let's watch them go. Chase. Oh, that's a late dive. Oh!
Oh, my goodness, incident.
Huge contact. What has happened there?
Not good.
What has happened there? Straight back. This is Brian Acomb losing it, I believe. Brian Acomb losing it into Skyline and ultimately impacting 2 of the front runners and the championship front runner as well. So he stops there. That's Matt Moon. That's Corey Cole. Both having a disaster.
Massive damage. That's going to be massive damage for Matt Moon.
And
Julian Alves.
Corey Cole trying to keep it going, but Matt Moon, ladies and gentlemen, has decided to RTG. I am devastated by that. The Mount Panorama circuit feeling absolute blow after absolute blow. Music to Julian Alves' ears, who's down in 11th. But
that's going to be a lot of repair time too, as even a 24-second gap is going to be not enough. Just devastating.
And look, as far as Brian's concerned, it sucks, because massive impact on the championship. But from my point of view, there was no time there to return to pit. That was just unfortunate motor racing, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what's happened. Gutted for Matt though. Hopefully he can come back out, because again, anything could happen. Julian's got to make up some of these
Julian
places.
now is going to be taking that position from Matt Moon. Matt Moon is really falling behind in the order. That is such an unfortunate incident.
And let's go ahead and see where that puts them at the moment. So Julian Owl straight into first place at the moment on the championship leaderboard. Anthony Lombardo takes second place in the championship leaderboard. Cameron Beeson holding on to third place. And Matt Moon drops all the way down to fourth if the positions stay as they are going into the last 20 minutes of this race.
Yeah, Matt Moon's going to have to drive out of his absolute mind if he wants to stay in contention with Lombardo and Al.
There's been an accident here, though. We're looking at Colin O'Leary, and I believe
it's going to be in the chase
Michael
again.
Santos going into the chase. There's contact free there.
There's
Santos
contact.
wiping him out.
Big contact.
And they
O'Leary.
are gone. O'Leary coming out pretty good out of that, but Michael Santos.
Yeah, luckily he hasn't hit the wall there, but Michael Santos is going to massive damage there.
GG's, I think, for Michael Santos, unfortunately.
Things have started heating up. Now we get to see a lot of this stuff happening.
Last 20 minutes.
We said 35 minutes ago it wasn't looking that bad. Now...
Wait, whoa, what have I missed here? Hang on a second, ladies and gentlemen. What has happened at the top? What's happened to Zamora? He's in the pits.
Oh.
Zamora is in the pits. Let's take a look.
Do you think maybe he was part of that incident on Skyline?
No, I don't think so. This is Zamora here going into Skyline. A bit unsteady, hits the grass, but that's nothing. He's made it through. Oh, no, he hasn't.
Oh, yeah.
The dipper there claiming its
Yeah.
first, I think, soul.
Oh, man. He's going to go back into the wall trying to recover, too.
That
That's
again.
gonna be damage to repair.
Mount Panorama, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is just... I'm lost for words. Championship
This could
swinging
be-
around here.
This could be a Netflix documentary right here.
It really could. D6 to survive. Let's go. Well, that's what we'll call it. As
Oh,
Trey
dude, we
Morgan
lost.
right
CT
on the
Morgan
backside.
losing a
Shane
position.
Lewis making a position gain there on Trey.
He's going to really have to fight this Mustang coming into the
Yeah.
first straight.
Yeah.
Hell's Corner. He's going to have to really get a good exit here. But Trey Morgan is also got a good exit here. This is going to be a really interesting battle coming up in the last 18 minutes.
Oh my goodness. What is that? I mean, Anthony Lombardo, I mean, he's just done what he's needed to do. We haven't looked at him a lot tonight, but he's done what was needed to be done. And he's now going into second place, only 10 points behind Julian Au. That's, of course, before any penalties, and that's preliminary. But, you know, doing what he needs to do.
I believe Matt Moon just left the race.
I think he might have. I
I
mean,
don't
can
see
you
him in
blame
the-
him? No, I can't see him
no,
at
I
all.
can't blame him. We've seen this happen with Lombardo too. Lombardo
Yeah.
during Lozano, I believe that it was really unfortunate for him. But
That was Al and him
Matt
coming
Moon.
together, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah, so
Well,
not the best history with Al, but he's also just a really tight driver here.
that is devastating. I mean, that puts him down into 5th place in the championship. The thing is, that it's 5th place. You know, if you're Matt Moon, it's 5th place. You're only going to be 26 points behind. That's nothing with 2 races left to go after this. So it's not all over. You're still in with a chance. But I think as
of this-
Trey takes a bit of a beating against the
He's
wall.
gonna eat some grass on the edge too. Oh my
Julian
goodness, that's
Au
gonna give
saying,
Al a
"Hey."
Whoa. Into chase here.
I think is Matt. He's no. You come out that slipstream and you're gone compared to the Mustang. Not a chance. But is Julian going to try and risk it for a biscuit?
Oh, he's gonna try and risk it here, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, no, he's not. He knows better of it.
Oh, that
that
is
contact?
unfortunate. No, it wasn't contact. Trey just
Just
ran
clipped
it
the
to
curb then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Well,
for
Julian Al
Trey.
takes the place. That's gonna really put him up in the championship
Yeah,
spot here. But
that's a good healthy lead that he's got at the moment now. Anthony Lombardo, the biggest gainer at the moment on the leaderboard. You know, we've already spoken about him, but once again, gaining up 3 positions at the moment. Riley Greer actually is in his current position in 2nd place, which is, I love to see it because like I said at the beginning, he's done so much practice for Mount Panorama. He's currently gaining 8 positions, putting him up into P9 from 17.
Man,
at the
you got to
moment.
see that too. That's gonna be 2 silver drivers in the front row.
You'd love to see it.
My goodness.
Rory Cole with a 12-second deficit. Let's see if he's got anything to say about it. Let's take a look. It says all the drivers are fairly spaced out at the moment. Mike Cook having a little bit of a slow time going into Skyline. Don't blame him. Take your time. No big rush.
Yeah, it's,
Finish the race.
yeah. Finishing the race, most important part. It's unfortunate Matt Moon's race had to go like that, but man, that is just tough. That is really a tough pill to swallow.
That is motor racing. It is, and that's why we watch it. Even in its virtual form as we are tonight, that is motor racing. You just never know what's going to happen.
I think we've all swallowed that pill though, right?
We
it's
have.
just like tough motor racing.
And-
I know my race in, I think Kailami, I was first and then I ran out of gas. And
Oh no, devastate! I've done that. Yeah, you run out of gas. Interestingly enough, for Mike Cook actually, so he's down in 19th place, and interestingly enough, though, because of everything else that has happened, he's still actually gaining a championship position at the moment, coming up into 7th place. So, potentially finishing, sorry, I should say, in 7th place in the championship after this race. So. Mike Cook's another one, a bit like Matt Moon. No race wins, but just doing what's needed.
just doing his job, yeah.
Yeah, just getting it around.
Again, the stewards are gonna have to review all these, but well, that comes after the race.
It does.
Right
it
now,
does.
race is race.
Cameron also on camera now. Cameron Beeson.
Oh my goodness, Michael Santos going side by side
have a
against
look.
Charland. Oh
I
no,
think
Charland's just gonna let him
Charlotte
through.
let him pass. Yeah, says go on, sure. Maybe he's seen what's happened to Michael Santos and said, you know what, buddy, you take it, mate. You take
He
it.
saw he saw the chase and he was like, nah.
But
not this time.
going back to Cameron Beeson at the moment, he's had 5 position gains, which also puts him up into P3 at the moment. So fantastic race again for him. A big earner for him. And we'd love to see it. And Tim Parkinson now. Tim Parkinson with a big question mark. Still running in 6th place. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. According to my prediction screen, I don't know if that can be right. I'm sure it can't. He's got 47 minutes on these tyres. And the prediction says
he's running them through.
yeah, so let's take a look. So realistically, it's a minute that he's going to lose. So I think that probably will put him down into P18 at the moment. I don't think my prediction thing is working. As we also had a best session lap from Thomas Acosta, so he is not letting up. He's saying, this is my podium, this is my race, and just
We'll
absolutely...
He might want to take it easy right now. He
What?
is up 24 seconds.
No, you know what? Just go for it. Go for it. But you know what that does? You know what that does mean, though, Marlon? That at the moment we're looking at potentially 6 races and 6 different winners in Division 6. If Thomas Acosta comes through, even if Riley Greer comes through, there's still a new. Riley hasn't won anything either this season, so.
Will this also be our first silver driver winner here?
Ooh, good question. Deserves an answer. Let's have a look. Mac Morgan. Is Mac Morgan gold? I think Mac Morgan is gold. So I think it will be our first silver win. I think.
And in an absolutely dominating fashion here, too.
I mean, yeah.
We're both silver
seconds.
drivers, yeah.
Absolutely.
A 24
open.
and a 12 split. That is crazy.
I mean, to put it into perspective, the last lap obviously was Thomas Acosta's new fastest lap of a 2:03.4. And Riley Greer could only manage a 2:04 dead. So that's a 0.6 gain. As Corey Colt is going very gingerly through there. Looks to have had an accident. Let's go back and take a quick look going into Skyline. So coming through McPhillamy Park here. And the approach into Skyline. Nobody around him. Fine coming out of that exit. And just... Oh, Brian Acombe again just parked there. Brian. Oh, is somebody else behind him as well? That was Tim Parkinson. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Tim Parkinson. I don't know who that was. That was R180, was it potentially? Yeah, it was. That's car 180. So that's Andrew Donbonglio, who had a fantastic race so far. Picking up a bit of extra damage.
Corey Colt's going off. Oh my
oh
goodness.
my
Yeah, that
goodness!
damage is
He has another off. Andrew.
Oh, that's going to be massive damage. That's going to be a return to pits.
Yeah, I mean, what is he doing? No, he's still out on the circuit.
Oh,
Still
Corey
out.
Colt's going into the pits. He's not going to be trying to risk it on this damage.
I mean, that does look pretty messed up.
And that pushes Lombardo into a podium position.
It does. Look, Lombardo's just playing the long game. You know, he's just... that's fine. Good on him. Good on you, Anton. Good on you, bro. As Thomas Acosta has a... Whoa, Thomas Acosta!
Whoa.
I don't think it's anything significant, but let's take a quick look back on 923. So that's coming.
Oh, did he just spin there?
I don't know. We'll double check. I think he has. Yeah. So this is coming through McPhillamy Park. Through yes, as he comes through Skyline, just takes too much pace. Does he make contact? He does a little bit. I think maybe not. Down into Skyline. Thomas Acosta. Relax. Oh,
you told him to push it. He's pushing it.
That is a battered car there. What was that? 015?
I believe that is Mark Allen.
Is that Mark Allen? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is Mark Allen. Let's go back.
Yeah,
Mark
that is
Allen
a battered car.
having another one. Oh, okay. Well, that's what we've just seen. Thanks, game.
I believe he's just driving through the damage, but
Let's try and queue up.
Oh, that's gonna push Corey Colt down to 14th position.
That is devastating.
But Mark Allen's gonna be right behind him. But Mark Allen also has all that damage.
So let's go back and see again. Sorry, Mark. Let's see what happened to Mark. He comes into Forest elbow and just loses it.
Oh yeah.
Forest elbow. What is that?
I believe it's the incline, right? It's the incline or the decline. That's gonna be like
the descent. I don't know.
As long as you're pushing your tires, and if they're not straight, you're just gonna swipe.
And if you're looking at, if you're watching and your surname ends with Moon, I mean that is, he's sitting there saying that is my third place that I should have had right.
Yeah,
It's Trey Morgan. I had a yellow flag for him, but I think maybe it was a little something going into coming out of Forest elbow, but he seems okay. Tim Parkinson still hasn't pit yet. I'm not sure what the long game strategy is here. I hope he knows he's got to pit.
Yeah.
As Thomas Acosta has another white flag. Let's see what happens. 923. I'm not sure. 135 has had a big accident again though. Oh, this is crazy. Where is Riley in all of this? He's 25 seconds down.
Shane Lewis is 0.4 down on Al.
There's Josh Parker
losing a
having
position
another
here.
incident. Let's have a look and see what happened to Josh Parker. Going up through then into McPhillamy Park. Oh, just too much.
Oh
pacing.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the understeer into the setup for man. That's also the issue I was having during the practice, like while I was practicing. It's just like setting up for Skyline is so tough.
Tricky. There's no part of it that's easy. As we watch Josh Parker limping gingerly around the chase there.
It looks like also Mark Allen's coming to the pits to fix that down.
Yeah, it's got to be
Michael
done.
Santos right behind Evgen, 1/10 of a second now,
Big
going
dive.
into what is that?
That's
Big
coming
dive.
down the chase, I believe. Yeah, coming. Or am I going wrong? No, I'm going mad. Sorry, that's coming
that's
into turn
Griffiths.
2.
Yeah, that's Griffiths. It
Coming
looks
into
like the
turn 2.
chase. Yeah.
From that angle, I was like, where is that? That's not the right way round. It's not a right turn. So where does that put everything now? I mean, it has all changed again since we looked at the Cameron Beeson up to 3rd place on the championship leaderboard at the moment. Matt Moon, that does give Matt Moon a chance. He's up to 4th, courtesy of Corey Colt having his incident, as car 342 has an incident. Let's go back.
Charlotte
That
is also
Trey
pulling on
Morgan.
Jen. Jen might lose another position here. Both going into Skyline now. Skyline can change everything right now.
It really does. It really does.
They are
Oh,
right behind.
Big off by Trey. Manages to avoid the exit.
Oh no. At least he gets to slow down before Skyline.
Julian Owl, let's get on board. So it looks like Tim Parkinson's still holding. Oh, Tim is pitted. The message has got through to the crew chief.
Charlin gets a better exit off Jen. Jen is going to lose another position. Some back markers also coming into the fight.
We might have to take a quick look and see if we can go back. Was there anything that happened there? I don't know if we can see that. Let's go.
Wait, which one's the back marker?
I don't know at this point. I mean,
There's
FinGen
like-
has a lot of damage on the front of that car at this point.
Man, I did not know the BMW was affected that much. What is that damage on the road?
I mean, that is just what started out as big dive then. Okay. Oh no, that's the blue flag. So that is
that's the blue flag, yeah.
That's him getting out of the way. Great. Let's take a look. So we have Corey Colt. So that was Corey Colt, I think. Yeah. Okay. But I don't think is Corey a lap down.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
I don't believe so. But Corey Cole also pushing from that damage he'd sustained. He's now 11th, where he came out of that incident. He was 18th. Now he's 11th.
Oh wow! So something must have happened.
Absolutely stunning drive.
Yeah, and as we predicted, Tim
It's
Parkinson
always him.
falling down the order. Tried to keep it out as much as possible. I think he's down into 14th at the moment as he should be finishing the end. No, he is still in the pit. That is painful. Anthony Lombardo with a white flag. Not sure what that's about. 256. Nothing Nothing doing, I don't think. No, I think he's fine. I can't take... Guys, top 5, yeah? Just chill, all right? I can't take this. This is too intense. And you're not even that closer together, so... Relax. So this is Corey Cole and Brad Charland trying to get this position off of him. Going deep into Skyline, right up behind Charland. Trying to navigate through the dipper here. And into the infamous, the now infamous Forest Elbow. Let's see how they manage it. Any surprises? Oh, a little bit of a
get
contact.
a really good exit into Forest here. It's going to be right behind Charland coming into the chase now. Does he want to risk it?
Does he want to risk it? I don't know if he got the greatest of drives because I think it was a little bit of contact with the wall, but the slipstream is certainly helping him as they come through. We've had a lot of helicam. Let's get down on the ground and see what's going on. Oh,
last 3 minutes of this race is going to see maybe just a little more risk right now in the last 3 minutes of the race.
Well, yeah. Ooh.
1/10 now coming into the final corner. Oh, there's a little contact.
So here we are, as you said, falling. Oh, tries to make something happen.
Oh, big contact there.
And they are both exit left
they're
of
both
screen.
into the wall.
I have to say that is on Corey Colt. Unfortunately, just didn't give the time of day there to Brad Charland, who's been Gen 2 cars very, very war tired. I don't think it looks good for Brad Charland looking at how that suspension is running. Oh, that is...
Man, this track is going to create a lot of enemies this week.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's close racing. It's maybe a bit ambitious on Corey's part. Brad, I think, is just going to try and nurse this car. Oh, look at it, Brad. Our heart bleeds for you, mate. That is so unfortunate, mate. Oh, look at
Sebastian rocked. Oh, yeah.
Can't turn left, I don't think. He's, yeah.
That's going to be returned to
and
pits,
he was in
10th
place as well. 10th place. That is devastating.
Massive point games
there. Unbelievable. So everybody's pretty spread out now. We've only got Cleveland Leatherwood, who's 1.5 seconds off of Shane Lewis. Cleveland, again, gone under the radar for a lot of the race. Managed to stay up into 7th place. That is 5 gains for Cleveland Leatherwood at the moment. Another big gainer, or the best gainer, would you believe it actually, is the car that seems to be limping home. Finn Jen up 15 positions at the moment. It's car 135. 135, that is Josh Parker. Fair play to him for keeping on going as the camera tries to correct itself. He tries again to go in the Skyline. Looks okay.
Charland is now in the pits.
Is he? Yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, I think we've missed it on the... Yeah, he's again through the dipper. Lost the back end.
Al is going to be taking P5 here. That's going to be a massive push
massive
for his
gain. A massive gain. And look, you know, we're into the final laps. With what has been just a very fast 1 hour. And we've had some surprises. Thomas Acosta leading, and not just by a little bit, although he did have a little bit of a fright. Thomas Acosta, our silver driver, for his first win of the season, coming around the tight mountain section now, the cutting on what is the final lap of this race.
I think the second most surprising thing is we're going to have a double podium for silver drivers.
A double silver podium. Look, you put in the practice, it clearly delivers, and these guys have done that. It's been a crazy race, and we'll go through the provisional championship standings. But you know, as we've seen, there's going to be a few words with stewards, I think, having said.
Definitely, but not a few.
Yeah, there's going to be busy, but you know, and so we'll do our best. We'll give you the provisional as Thomas Acosta finishes the mountain section in safe hands, in safe condition, in one piece, coming down the chase for the final time. Trey Morgan, where has Trey Morgan disappeared off to? I don't actually see Trey on the track anymore, so I think Trey has unfortunately called it quits. But as we see, coming through the chase now, that is Thomas Acosta, as he overshoots. That's one way of doing it, but there's no pressure behind him. Comes down now into Murray's corner. He has been electric. He's done what he's needed to do. He's been consistent, and he crosses the line for his first podium, I believe, of the season. And look, first race win, certainly. And what a fantastic race by Thomas Acosta. Followed closely by hard practicing Riley Greer. The patience, the practice, the crashes in practice have all paid off for Riley as he comes down the chase now. Marlon.
You do say close, though.
Walk
That
us
is a
through it.
12-second gap. That is... Okay, first
It's a
of all,
53-second gap.
53-second gap. As I wouldn't call that exactly close. But again, what these drivers had to deal with this race, absolutely stunning. All of them, or most of them, came out to finish this
Oh,
race,
Anthony
at least.
Lombardo.
Oh,
What's happened here? Oh, okay. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Oof, I couldn't take it.
Last, no more seconds on the clock, and we almost cursed.
Yeah. I mean, congratulations, Riley. We'll talk to you in a minute. Well done, mate. Fantastic race. And the same to Anthony Lombardo as he comes across now.
This will be our first interview with Lombardo in the season.
I think it will. As we do have one car
be
that's stopped
amazing.
on the track. That's car 999. Oh, he's Brian Acom doing a few spins.
Just a few.
Just as what has happened at the back there? Mike Cook
What
going
is
all over
happening
the
in
place.
Chase?
Julian
What is
Owl.
happening into Chase?
Fifth place. We're going to have to go back and have a look at it. Brian Acom leading at the moment, Julian Owl, but I don't think that is for position. I'm pretty sure it's not. And Julian Owl bringing home the bacon in fifth position. It says fourth on the leaderboard there, but that's because of people leaving the server. So the only person left across is Cesar Pizzuto as he comes back through now. Of course, if you get lapped, you have one lap shorter, and that's Cesar Pizzuto rounding out in seventh position. So, wow, what a race, Marlon. Talk us through it.
Like we said before, well, yeah, again, what a race, but really nothing really happened the first 20, 25, 30 minutes maybe, and then things just started going down. I don't know if that had to deal with tire degradation or just a lot of people seeing the timer and be like, 30 minutes is not a lot of time, so I'm just try and push it
just
now.
Absolutely going for it. I wonder. So let's go ahead and take a look. The first people that we need to interview, of course, is Thomas Acosta. We need to try and get him in here and see exactly how he got on. Riley Greer and Anthony Lombardo. So let's go ahead and see who is sat in the debrief. So we do have Riley Greer at the moment. Let's take another look. We've got a few others. I imagine there's quite a few that probably don't want to be in there, and that's completely understandable. But let's give them a few minutes just to filter through. But yeah, Marlon, I mean, you predicted chaos in turn 2 on lap 1, and it turned into more sort of like a lap 20 Forest Elbow / the chase. Not expected.
Yeah. Very much not expected.
Not expected.
I mean,
at all.
maybe Forest Elbow, because I know some track guides are pushing Forest Elbow into 4th gear and then instantly trying to hit 1st gear, which maybe that's why there's so much spinning, because the imbalance of the car is just really not gonna like you pushing that many gears down. But yeah, and then the chase, there's so many overtake potentials. Like I said, I felt one of the straights was gonna have all the overtakes, and it was gonna be the chase, because the chase is just those two, the corkscrew coming out and then into the last corner.
I mean, that high speed, like as we said
That
during
high
the
speed
race,
really messes with your
it
mind.
really does, yeah. And also, let's go ahead then and also talk about the driver standing. So, of course, it is provisional, but we do have in first place, after what has been a crazy round 6 of 8 is Julian out. So Julian's taken the lead on the championship standings provisionally. And then we have Anthony Lombardo in 2nd place now. That's a 3-position gain for Anthony Lombardo. I mean, he's done exactly what he needed to do. And then in 3rd place, we have Cameron Beeson up 1 place from 4th into 3rd. And that knocks Matt Moon down into 4th place. But you know what? All things considered for Matt Moon, that is not a bad bad finish at all.
You can definitely still fight for
exactly
top position here.
And then it's
unfortunately, for Katoira, he's just not in this race either.
I don't know what happened. Maybe just couldn't make it, which is gutting. So anyway, with that in mind, let's take a look at who we can drag in. So let's first go to Riley Greer. So, you know, fantastic race by Riley. Let's drag him in. Riley.
Hello, Riley.
Riley Greer, the man who's spent all that time, weeks and weeks and weeks, grinding, or not weeks and weeks, 2 weeks, grinding away on Mount Panorama. It seems like it's delivered for you, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
And
Yeah,
talk us through it.
Yeah, so I mean, basically had a really good qualifying session, which I set my PB actually for qualifying. I got a 2:02.8, I think. So it put me on the front row, and at that point, you know, we've talked about it all week long. Just manage the gap, stay clean, and things will fall into place. And that's what I did. I really tried not to put a foot wrong, and it really paid off. So I was a little worried about the pit strategy when I came out. I was quite a bit behind, but luckily, I don't know if they had to pit or if they ran into some traffic or whatever, but I ended up overtaking back into 2nd place. And yeah, man, it was just clean racing from there. At the end, though, I had to manage the gap because I looked down at the fuel meter and I only had about 2 laps and I had 3 laps to go.
Oh.
So my gap from Lombardo started out at my gap from Lombardo started out at 24 seconds. And then the last 2 laps, he actually brought the gap down to, I think, 12 to 10, somewhere in there. But I finished with 1.01 liters of fuel, so nailed the calculation.
Good job,
Lombardo is one of the he pushes hard in D6. I remember racing against him.
He's very fast, very consistent.
I mean, how did you feel during the race? Like you did take a new PB. That was absolutely a monstrous lap in that qualifying. But how did you feel? Like what was your thought process in staying consistent throughout the race?
So obviously, like, you know, when you set your PB in qualifying, it feels really good, but you got to manage the high because it is an adrenaline rush. So luckily, my racing partner Finn, he just kept reminding me, you know, keep the space, keep it calm. And anytime that I would have a bit of a moment, just vocally, we would say out loud to each other, just, you know, regroup, relax, get back into the groove, and it paid off. We're here. And Finn actually went from 26th up to 11th, I think is where he finished, or 14th, one of the two. So, I mean, both of us, massive night for us.
An absolute drive. I don't know.
That's
That might be the only questions I have, just because I want to hear about consistency. So
I can't wait to go watch it. I want to watch the replay.
We'll let you go. We'll let you go. But was that your first
you're good.
podium?
You're good.
Was that your first podium?
It is. Yeah. This is the first podium. I've had a 6, a 7, and an 8, and now P2. So
there you go. He's moving up in the right direction. And,
yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there, absolutely. And like I said, I think, you know, obviously it's provisional. There could be some penalties dished out one way or another, but that does move you potentially up to, let's take a look at it. I think it moves you up into around 11th place as well on the leaderboard. So fantastic effort all around, man. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
That's all good. Any shout outs before you go, mate?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, the whole D6 division, they're incredible. We have a really good rivalry going on with the communication and just you know, just kind of motivating each other to keep going. I'd like to, you know, just thank all my friends who support me doing this. They tune into the live stream every week that we have a race, and you know, it's great to feel supported. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Good luck, and get practicing for Alton, because you never know where you might end up given another good position.
Yeah, I'm nervous and scared for that one.
All right, man.
Alton's a very scary track.
It is.
Yeah.
It's different, but yeah, it's a scary one. But yeah, let you get back and watch that replay. Thanks, man.
All right, great. Thanks, guys.
All right. Right, that was Riley Greer. And then let's take a look and see if Thomas made his way into the chat. No, he hasn't, but let's go ahead and talk away. I think Anthony Lombardo has been waiting very patiently, so let's drag him in. Anthony Lombardo, you done it. You managed to go ahead and nab yourself a podium in the end on that race. Talk us through it. Congratulations, well done. Talk us through that race.
Oh wow. Well, it's Bathurst, so the goal is to just stay alive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so Brad and I were practicing, and we thought, as long as we just stay alive, I think we'll do all right. And everyone else in the field was extremely fast, a lot faster than we actually thought we were making good time in our practice sessions. But man, these guys in this league are freaking booking out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you've put yourself, we reckon, provisionally up to second place now on the championship. So that's, you know, you've just done what's needed to be done, Anthony, and look where it's got you. You don't necessarily need to be the fastest, but you certainly need to be alive at the end of it, for sure.
Yeah, that was the goal, and I think we achieved that goal, or at least I did. I know Brad had a little issue, and then right there at the end, I had a small little issue coming down the mountain, and but luckily I was far enough ahead where I could kind of just carry it home.
That's all you needed
we
to
were
do in the end.
we were watching Charlene. It was really unfortunate, like that incident that just occurred. I mean, yeah, this is a great race. You're absolutely one of the toughest tracks we've had this season. And I mean, yeah, just talk us through like what was going through your mind in order to stay consistent.
It's a track that has really grown on me over the months. I even downloaded the AC Evo, and it was one of the tracks on there, and it was the first track I went to. So it's one of those tracks where it's brutal, but if you can find that rhythm, especially coming down the hill, if you can find that rhythm, it just kind of, you just sit in that pocket, and that's all I wanted to do. And for the most part, I was able to achieve that, in my opinion, my personal goal at least.
Well, look, mission accomplished. And, you know, sometimes, as we know from Misano, things don't go your way, but it looks like Lady Fortune turned it around the other way for you this time. So takes with one hand and gives with the other. Is there any shout outs you want to give for the race tonight? Obviously, you said your partner, your teammate's been working hard with you in the practice sessions.
Yeah, definitely Brad. Shout out to him. We just found something we love to do, and we just do it. And also shout out to the group over at SRA behind the scenes. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort put in for such a clean, well-run league. And yeah, just keep it up.
Awesome.
Hopefully we have some more seasons.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Well, we look forward to seeing what the future has in store for you. 2 races to go. How are you feeling about Alton Park?
Listen, race to race, my goal is always don't come last. So
Solid
as long as I can just finish, you know, I'm a high achiever out here.
Amazing.
But
no notes. Yep.
you know, it's like we were racing, and Brad came on Discord and was like, they're talking about you on the stream, and if you can hold that position, then you can finish pretty good. And so at that point I was like, you can't tell me that, because then I'll just want to push even harder and
The
put
pressure's
myself
on.
in a wall.
Well, that's awesome. Look, we'll let you go, Anthony. Well done again, mate. We're looking forward, like I said, to seeing what the rest of the season, 2 races to go. You're in second place now, so it is all to play for. So yeah, best of luck, mate, and we'll talk to you hopefully next week with another podium.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that, and y'all keep it up. Y'all do a fantastic job on the stream.
Appreciate the love,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you so much. Right, take care, man.
Take care.
All right. Well, I don't think we're going to get Thomas Acosta. I didn't see him pop up into the chat. I'm going to take one last little look here. You know, he's probably gone off. He's doing cartwheels. He's opening the champagne. You know, the family.
I did check. He did have a live stream open, and
Did he?
Just ended
Just ended it. He's just saying, look, this is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's awesome.
number
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, Thomas. We won't get to speak to you. Maybe we'll get to speak to you next week if you keep up that performance. Marlon, we go into now the season ending, really. So we've got Mount Panorama, that is done and dusted. We go on to Alton Park, where the grass is ice. And I think I'm predicting a bit more chaos at Alton Park than it was at Mount Panorama, weirdly enough. I would have thought it was the other way around. But Alton Park is a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, no, not. I mean, I wouldn't say weirdly. Definitely, I feel like there would be a lot more incidents in Alton Park, just because now instead of having precision and just like I mean, just instead of having precision, you have room for error, but that room for error is such a like a bad. I don't know the right words.
No, 100%. And I think the thing is as well, going into Alton Park and eventually into Valencia as well, is, you know, looking at the points, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers who, you know, given the right time of day, could really make it their thing. So that's 6 drivers going into 2 more races that could potentially take it all, which is going to mean a lot of pushes. It's going to mean a lot of dives. It's going to mean a lot of rolling of the dice. And, you know, we will see. We will see what happens. But any final thoughts from you, Marlon?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have the final last 2 races. I feel like Alton Park is gonna be a very interesting race, just like this was in the last 30 minutes. Valencia, we're gonna have a night race in Valencia. That's gonna be our season ender.
Oh, yeah. That's where it's gonna be spicy.
That's not gonna be great.
That's gonna be spicy. Well, look, that is a wrap for round 6 at Mount Panorama, Bathurst, New South Wales, Australia. The title fight is heating up, and with just 2 rounds left, every point's going to be crucial. A big thank you to Marlon Abubo for joining me, and thanks to all of you at home for tuning in. And we will see you same time next week, Wednesday. Correction. Yeah, no, it is Wednesday. I'm going wrong. Next week, Wednesday, 9 PM Eastern. And we look forward to seeing what the rest of this season has in store for us. But from me and Marlon tonight,